Good morning, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to your morning news and weather. We are live here inside the Mall of America, as you see right behind me, where the Super Bowl will be played in Minneapolis. Patriots versus the Eagles, right here in Minneapolis. And we are broadcasting in the Mall of America. Let's begin with your morning news and then go over to the weather. Your first news story, Route 16 reopened in Center Ossipee after fatal crash. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
Oh, you don't look so hot. Rough night? Ugh. Oh, well, actually, that's the problem. You're on antibiotics. Antibiotics can kill the good bacteria as well as the bad. And that's bad news for your tummy. Unless you use Fluorostore. Unlike many other probiotics, it's naturally resistant to antibiotics and protects the good bacteria in your body. So, take some Fluorostore. Doctors, well, my orders. Be biotic and drink plenty of fluids.
16 in Center Ossipee remained closed through the afternoon and early evening after police say the driver of the white truck crossed the center line while traveling south, hitting a larger truck head-on.
Unfortunately, the driver of the truck that crossed over was killed on impact.
Several witnesses who saw the trucks collide stayed on scene and assisted police in their investigation.
The truck that was heading north was loaded with wood chips. After the impact, it overturned onto its right side, spilling its load of wood chips into the road.
The crash happened just after 1. The tractor trailer carrying wood chips wasn't turned back on its wheels until almost 5. Then it was time for DOT trucks to help with the cleanup.
The biggest weight is cleaning up the mess and getting the trucks righted and out of here.
The driver of the tractor trailer was not hurt and did what he could to try and help the other driver.
He was able to get right out of the truck and was able to, actually he attempted to render some assistance to others unseen.
The cause of the crash remains under investigation. In Center Ossipee, Siobhan Lopez, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Patriots tight end Rob Gronkowski says he will play in Super Bowl. Let's take a listen to the video from WCVB Boston.
If he could play on Sunday's Super Bowl, and he gave a simple one-word answer. He said yes, but it's not as simple as that. He still has to have medical clearance from the doctors. It's kind of ironic because Gronk was not speaking at any of the press conferences today. He was not made available at media night last night. However, he was involved in an Xbox showdown with former teammate LeGarrette Blount, now with the Philadelphia Eagles. They played Xbox Live. Madden 2018, by the way, for the record, LeGarrette Blount won 33-18 over Gronk. Afterwards, Gronk tried to dodge all the questions about his concussion, his availability, but he eventually gave a one-word answer. Listen in.
Out of concussion protocol?
Hopefully by tomorrow. I mean, we'll see how it goes and what the doctors say. I mean, I'm not the guy to say, oh, I'm out of the protocol. That's the doctor's calls. And hopefully that it's very, very soon.
How are you feeling, though? How are you feeling, Rob? How are you feeling?
Do you plan on practicing tomorrow?
Do you think you'll play on
Feeling
Sunday?
good. Yes.
You think you'll play?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Good.
There we go.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Portland calls program to put panhandlers to work a success. Let's take a listen to the video from WMTW News 8 Maine.
How bad
bad is it? When you're sick or hurt, answering on a scale of 1 to 10 can help you get the care you need. Wentworth Douglas offers 3 levels of walk-in care. Prompt care for life's little ailments. Express Care treats everything covered at Prompt Care as well as non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses. And for anything life-threatening, our emergency room is always open. You get the care you need at the right location. Go to WDHospital.com to find a location near you. Wentworth Douglas. Right care, right place, right now.
It's 19 degrees out, and there's Todd Lemoyne at the corner of Congress Street asking for help.
I went to rehab for a while, got sober for 6 months, and of course I relapsed. Here I am.
For 6 months last spring and summer, the city engaged 65 people like Todd, asked them if they'd rather work and get paid $10.86 an hour to help clean up the city parks and other public places. 17 agreed to be part of the program. 5 people found continuing employment. 5 others were connected to permanent housing. And even though those numbers might seem low, the city is calling it a success.
Anytime we help an individual, whether it be to become stably housed or gainfully employed, that's a success on our end.
Aaron Gear says they're eager to hit the ground running come this spring. They've got some of the $42,000 in grant money left over to continue the program, and they're reapplying for more grants so they can reach more people like Todd Lemoyne.
Graham, you hear about that? No. I don't get the homeless channel.
Is that something you might want to do?
Sure.
They'll be willing to offer $10.86 an hour.
That's good.
They had people go around cleaning up the parks and stuff.
Nice.
Would you rather be doing that than this?
Well, yeah. Get me back home. Good answer.
Getting people off the medians and to work is the goal. The program manager says the face-to-face interactions are key to the program's success.
I think when we do the outreach and engagement in person, and folks we get to talk to folks about what the program actually entails, and better explain the program, folks are much more likely and willing to work with us.
And back live now downtown, Gear was telling us that he was happy to tell us, I should say, that they collected more than 300 bags of trash from more than 100 different sites across the city during that pilot program. We're live in downtown Portland tonight. Jim Keithley, WMTW News 8.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. The UK wants free trade with China. In China, Beijing has its own goals. British Prime Minister Theresa May landed on Wednesday in China, where she will be seeking a free trade agreement ahead of the UK exiting the European Union trade bloc. Trump's State of the Union avoids controversy, but divides chamber on immigration. Let's take a listen to the video from ABC News.
The all-new Toy Story Land, coming to Walt Disney World.
Over the last year, the world has seen what we always knew, that no people on earth are so fearless or daring or determined as Americans. If there is a mountain, we climb it. If there's a frontier, we cross it. If there's a challenge, we tame it. If there's an opportunity, we seize it. Americans love their country, and they deserve a government that shows them the same love and loyalty in return. Preston's reverence for those who have served our nation reminds us of why we salute our flag, why we put our hands on our hearts for the Pledge of Allegiance, and why we proudly stand for the national anthem. So tonight I call on Congress to empower every cabinet secretary with the authority to reward good workers and to remove federal employees who undermine the public trust or fail the American people. Most importantly, these 4 pillars will produce legislation that fulfills my ironclad pledge to sign a bill that puts America first. Americans are dreamers too. We all share the same home, the same heart, the same destiny, and the same great American flag.
And that was some of his speech and video. And now let's take a look at the weather in Minneapolis. The weather right now in Minneapolis is 30 and snow. Right now, it is still nighttime here in Minneapolis. Periods of snow, low 24 degrees, winds west-northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of snow, 100%. 1 to 3 inches of snow expected. For today in Minneapolis, for Wednesday, it will be except a few afternoon clouds, mainly sunny, high 31 degrees, winds west at 10 to 15 miles per hour. And for Wednesday night, snow showers, early breaks in the overcast later, low near 0, winds northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour, chance of snow 50%. And now let's take a look at the weather in New Hampshire. Right now is clear, 16 degrees. For today, sun to high clouds, highs in the low 30s. For tonight, a few snow showers possible, lows near the lower 20s. And that does it for your morning news and weather right here on the Riley King Network, broadcasting live here in the Mall of America in Minneapolis for the biggest Super Bowl day on Sunday, bringing you full coverage of Super Bowl action here in Minneapolis. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast, and I'll be back with a news report very soon. Goodbye, everyone.